All right, there's so much craziness in the world with the just illogical thinking they're logical. I had to come to my happy place and address this very simple issue. Donald J. Trump is a lifelong spoiled brat, always had people covering his ass, got away with everything he ever wanted to do. And because of that, it has created this monster of power that doesn't ever think he can do anything wrong, that doesn't ever think he can lose at anything. This man is known at his own golf courses. While there's a championship or a tournament going on at his golf courses, he'll be on the other side of the country, and he'll call in, and he'll say, hey, what was the second place score, or the true first place score? And then he'd tell whoever's in charge of the scoring that he had one stroke better than whatever that score was, and declare himself the winner of these tournaments. He most recently did it in 2 different tournaments, neither of which he actually played in. But he declared himself the winner, so much so it was such obvious bullshit. President Biden even chirped in and said, what a great accomplishment. Congratulations, Donald. Obviously dark brand and sarcasm, but the fact of the matter is this man doesn't know how to lose, even though he loses all the freaking time. All he wants to do is make himself a martyr and play the poor me card. Everybody's against him. Everything is rigged. If you don't believe me, look up interviews with David Letterman 20 years ago, when his chair was slightly lower than David Letterman's, because it was a David Letterman show. He's up on the podium. It's his thing. And it made David Letterman a little bit taller than he was. And he was so insecure at having to look up to anybody, which also explains the animosity between him and Barron, despite the fact it's more than likely not even his child. That's why the tennis pro was fired, because he was found to be having, extramarital fun with Melania. Anyway, that's besides the point. It has always been in his life, everything is fixed, everybody's against him, everybody's attacking him, and it's all set up to bring the all-powerful, ever-cherished Donald J. Trump down. It is the same thing with this court cases. It is the same thing with every single thing he's ever lost, like not getting an Emmy Award for The Apprentice. That was fixed. Everything he was up for and lost, he claims was fixed. Why doesn't his supporters do simple research and recognize this man has screwed over almost everybody he was supposed to pay? In the Stormy Daniels case, the election interference case, evidence was brought forth that he tried to change the rules on Stormy Daniels and not pay her until after the election, and then basically tell Michael Cohen to say screw her. Michael Cohen took out a loan against his house because he knew doing that would cause bigger problems for Donnie. He had Donnie's back. Donnie used to brag about Cohen. Cohen would take bullets for him for 10 plus years. Same thing with Rudy Giuliani. Neither of them got paid. He put out hundreds of businesses in his career because he never paid them. And then when they tried to sue him, he delayed it until the other side ran out of money and couldn't put any more money into any more delays and was forced to drop the case. That is the only way he won any cases. Never on the merits, because the merits were already always against him. The delay in having access to unlimited cash was the way he did it. He bought himself out of trouble. More than 4,000 cases were filed against him before he even ran for president. 4,000 against him. Think about that. Dear MAGA, that's a fact. Look it up. All of this, facts. Look them up. You are fighting and defending a man that has done nothing but cheat on all 3 of his wives, proven, and screw everybody over, including his own lawyers. Most recently, Alina Habba's guy that left. because he wasn't paid millions of dollars. He left in the middle of these trials. Alina Habba got paid because I'm sure she's doing more than just legal work for him. He tried to screw Stormy Daniels, no pun intended, but out of money. Same thing with Karen McDougal, Rudy Giuliani, Michael Cohen. Every lawyer that's ever represented him is being disbarred or faces consequences for knowingly filing false cases, wasting taxpayer money. Everything about this man is a grift. Everything about this man is to steal money or steal services from somebody. He's selling Bibles and coffee and cheesy gold sneakers for $399, $499 that cost $5.95 in China to make. Sneakers that if you try and run in, you will break both your ankles. When are you going to realize the sticky page Bible, he didn't even have anything to do with printing. They were in a warehouse, already printed. He changed the words to the national anthem. The same anthem all his followers and he made a big deal that Colin Kaepernick kneeled during. That was against the military. That was against this country. Colin Kaepernick protesting and kneeling and the other players kneeling. That was a problem for all you MAGA people. But putting his picture with fake Rambo muscles on an American flag isn't an issue. Him selling Bibles and autographing them, Donald J. Christ, people getting baptized at these tent revival type of rallies that he screws the towns and cities out of paying the towns and cities hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is why many of these cities won't allow him to do any of these events anymore. This is factual stuff. You can look it all up. Look it up, people. You're fighting to put this man back in the most powerful job in the world with access to our most sensitive secrets that he was already proven to have not only stolen and kept, even after one whole year of the FBI, the National Archives, begging him to return them. He tried to make a deal with the archives saying, I'll bring you back these very specific files, but I want the big binder, the one that ended up missing, the one that ended up on his final day in the White House, in the Oval Office. He had Mark Meadows 15 minutes before he had to leave basically make copies of it and steal it with the most sensitive national security secrets on the Russian interference investigation, how they gathered the evidence, which basically says how the spies work, how the CIAs work, and sold it to the Russian government. This was proven, ladies and gentlemen, proven. Look it up. That binder is still missing. My guess is it's in a casket off the first screen. You know, where his cremated ex-wife is supposed to be buried. You know, cremated, as in can fit in an urn. But 10 men had to carry the very heavy casket to the grave. Use common freaking sense, ladies and gentlemen. This is somebody running for the most powerful job in the world. I don't care if you were MAGA and you like his theories on what he promises to do or not. Separate that from the facts, the proven facts. And if you think it's all bullshit and you think it's just that many people going after him, ask yourself a simple question. If you have 20 people mad at you and one person that aren't, and those 20 people are all saying the same story and they're not related to each other, and you're going to believe that one person standing there going, it's all a lie, you need your freaking head examined. Just by logic. These are some of his closest confidants for decades that basically are either losing their licenses or losing everything they had or turning against him with evidence. So be diligent, stay educated, and be kind. but wake the hell up.